How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Crypto Unveiled YouTube channel. In today's video we'll be talking about a very underrated altcoin which I really do believe has an absolutely massive future in the years of 2024 and especially in the years of 2025. Before we do get started with the video though, of course, if you are new around here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button as we post regular cryptocurrency content. And as well as that, I'd like to say, of course, this is not financial advice, so make sure you go out and do your own research and come to your own conclusion before investing into any coins or tokens that I mention in my videos. With that out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. So like I've said, today's video is all about a very underrated altcoin, and this underrated altcoin is going to be the one and only Flux. So I've talked about Flux many times in the past on my channel, and I am super bullish on Flux. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be telling you why I'm actually so bullish on Flux and why so many people are bullish on Flux as well. If we first start off with the chart, let's start off with the price of Flux. You can see currently the price of Flux is currently sitting at just over 55 cents per one Flux. If we go to the daily chart here, you can see Flux is currently, up or down, give or take a few percent, which is very normal in the cryptocurrency markets. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Switching to the 7 days, you can see Flux has had a little bit of a fall in price over the last 7 days. However, once again, this is very, very normal in the cryptocurrency markets. Between, up or down 10% can happen in the space of hours, especially with a altcoin such as Flux, which doesn't have an absolutely huge market cap. Not a lot of money needs to be pushed into the market cap for the price of Flux and the percentage of the gains up or down to also fluctuate quite high. So once again, not too bad either. If we switch to the monthly chart here, you can see this gives you a bit of a better understanding of the current sort of situation in the market of Flux. You can see it's very up and down over the last month, and this could be the fact that not only just Flux but a lot of cryptocurrencies have been up and down over the last month, because especially towards the end of 2023, a lot of coins were experiencing a lot of growth, a lot of positive growth upwards, and so a lot of coins now are starting to fall back down a little bit, still sort of stabilize, and a lot of coins such as Flux are sort of up and down a little bit as well. So once again, nothing too concerning with Flux's price once again here. If we switch to the year chart here, it's at the moment it's looking quite bad for Flux. If we look over the yearly chart, once again down 38%. But with all these charts being down, a lot of people see, the charts being negative. They also see this as a very negative point, a very bad point. I only see this as a very great buying opportunity for Flux. I see this as a huge positive. I see, when Flux loses a load of money, a load of value in the price of the coin, I just see this, like I just said, as an extremely good buying opportunity to just buy up some more Flux. And so when Flux does go up a bit more, we are able to experience even more gains from Flux. One of the main reasons why I'm so bullish on Flux is not only from the fact that the technology behind Flux is completely revolutionary, and that's one of the main things why I'm so bullish about Flux, but also the history of Flux. And the history behind Flux will show you at how much potential Flux actually does have. If we go back to the start of 2022 or towards the end of 2021, so this is sort of towards the end of the bull run, you will see that Flux hit an all-time high of over that's around $3.10 per Flux, which is over 6x the price of Flux at the moment. And if this does not show you the absolute potential, the great potential Flux actually does have, I don't know what will, because I believe that Flux sort of hit this all-time high towards the end of the bull run, and I really do believe that the all-time high that Flux has had is still very, very undervalued, and I do believe that the all-time high that Flux should have, hopefully we'll see it in the next year or two, will be much, much greater than this when more and more people start to understand and start to realize why Flux is so great and why it's so future-proof as well. Another great thing about Flux is it's constantly updating. The team behind Flux is also great as well. You can see here, Flux has released its 2024 roadmap for the year 2024. Of course, this just shows that the team are also still super, super active and are here to stay, and are, they're very, they see the potential with Flux, and they are not, they're not just running away from Flux. They really do believe in Flux, which of course they should do, because the technology behind Flux is just absolutely amazing. Like I said at the start of the video, extremely underrated coin at the moment. Only $187 million in the market cap. I believe that Flux should be, way, way higher than that. I'll get a little bit more into specifics at the end of the video when we talk a little bit more about the market caps and compare it to the cryptocurrency rankings at the moment. You see over the 24-hour volume, we see it's actually up. Surprisingly, it's actually up 40%, which is weird because the price is actually down 3.45%. But you see the 24-hour volume is currently sitting at just over $7.6 million, with the volume to market cap ratio sitting at 3.47%, which is quite a healthy ratio here as well. You can see the current cycling supply of Flux is currently sitting at just under 341 million Flux, with the max supply sitting at 440 million Flux. So now let's actually move on to the main part of the video, or I guess one of the main parts of the video, which is what actually is Flux and why I'm so bullish on Flux, and why I've kept rambling on about why I love Flux's technology so much. So first of all, what actually is Flux? So let's first read the definition, which I do believe will give you a very good understanding of what Flux actually is. So the Flux Cloud is a people-powered network to help you build decentralized applications with increased flexibility, scalability, and censorship resistance. And so basically what Flux actually is, to put it the most simple, basic way, is all about, the main focus is all about cloud computing. And you guys know that cloud computing is extremely big today. Many people use it. Many businesses use cloud computing. And of course, as we go into the future, cloud computing is only going to get bigger and bigger, with more and more businesses and people will be needing to use cloud computing. And so this is why I believe that Flux is so great, because it is future proof. It's only going to get bigger in the future. And so people are going to need Flux. But not only are they future proof, they are they're sort of solving a problem which needs to be solved, or a demand. Sorry, they are solving a solving a demand, which shall we say. They are also completely changing the space for the better. You can see, before we get to that, let's see quickly. You can see how widespread Flux is already, with only a very small market cap. You can see it's over 78 countries already, 78 country locations, with majority in Finland, Germany, and United States. You can see over 12,000 nodes already, total RAM over 246 terabytes, over 91,000 total cores, and total SSD over 6.5 petabytes as well. So I did quickly mention about why Flux is so good, because it's so future proof. But why am I so focused on Flux with cloud computing? And this is because Flux completely, like I said, revolutionizes the whole space and changes it for the better. And it completely blows all of its competitors out of the water. And so basically, it is a no-brainer why businesses will want to use Flux, because it saves them such tremendous amounts of money, which of course, money is extremely important to businesses, and of course money is sort of the main premise as to why businesses actually do exist. You can see, if we look here, it gives an example of Flux Cloud estimated costs compared to other cloud services, the competitors in these sort of same cloud services. So you can see here, they're offering the exact same service as these other competitors, but for an absolutely fraction of the cost. You can see here, Flux Cloud Computing, $4.96. The same competitors with the exact same service, guys, $176. AWS, almost $80. Azure, over $116 for the exact same service. I mean, if you switch it up here, you can see, as it gets even, the service gets a little bit more advanced, a little bit greater service, you can see the sort of gap between the other competitors and Flux just increases even more. You can see at the highest package here, 32 gigs of memory and 100 gigabytes of storage, $16.54. Google Cloud, over $617 for the same service, guys. AWS, $467, and Azure, over $247 for the exact same service. So, I really do not understand why Flux is not way bigger right now, and I don't understand why businesses aren't already using Flux. If we switch on to the next bit of the video here, we can talk about the Twitter page and the sort of the community behind Flux already. Flux has an extremely strong community behind them. Many people believe in Flux, and many people are running nodes on Flux already. You can see over 225,000 followers on the Flux Twitter page here, and like I said, the community behind Flux is so insanely strong, and rightly so, because of the revolutionizing change that Flux is doing for the cloud computing sort of ecosystem or environment, shall we say. Last part of the video here, I'd just like to compare Flux's market cap to sort of similar cryptocurrencies around the same market cap, just to show you guys how undervalued Flux actually is, in my opinion. So if you scroll all the way down, you can see Flux's market cap is currently sitting, I believe, $187 million. So if we go to the next page here and sort of look at cryptocurrencies around that same sort of market cap, scroll a little bit further down, $187 million. I have to go to the next page here. If we scroll all the way down, around here we go. There is Flux here, $187 million. If we look at the sort of same cryptocurrencies around this same market cap, you know, I really do not understand why Flux is this low, and I really do believe that Flux should be way, way higher than this. I really do believe that Flux is this low because, you know, it just hasn't caught the popularity yet. It has not caught the eye of many investors. I mean, if you look at these sort of cryptocurrencies around it, I could not tell you all these different cryptocurrencies, what they actually are. I've never even heard of most of these cryptocurrencies. I mean, if we look here, the only one I've sort of heard of is Wax. All these other cryptocurrencies, I mean, I have no idea what these cryptocurrencies are. I mean, if you compare them to Flux, you know, Flux's technology is just so revolutionizing. And, you know, it really is I cannot state that enough. It really is a no-brainer for businesses to use Flux because it offers the exact same service to businesses, but just for literally 1/20th of the price, which is just absolutely insane. I mean, if we look up here, we keep scrolling up into the $400 million. You can see the only one that I can see here, Wrapped BNB, almost $700 million market cap. That is the only sort of one that I even know here, which I even believe is even close to Flux here. So last part of the video, what is my sort of personal price prediction for Flux, and where do I believe the market cap is going to be for Flux towards the end of 2024? So, you know, this all depends whether or not we start to go into a bull run. I mean, you know, at the end of 2023, a lot of people started to think that we are starting to get towards the bull run because of a lot of the cryptocurrency prices were starting to hike up. However, like I said at the start of the video, you know, after Christmas time, a lot of prices actually started to dip a little bit, and so many people, instead of starting to get bullish, they started to get bearish once again. And so, you know, I don't believe that we are, you know, in a bull market yet. However, I do hope that towards the end of 2024 and getting into the year of 2025, we do start to see us getting back into a bull run, and hopefully we'd start to see a lot of cryptocurrencies, especially Flux, a lot of cryptocurrencies increasing in price. And so where do I believe Flux will be towards the end of 2024? So me personally, I do believe that Flux can easily, by the end of 2024, hit an over $2 per Flux. So that's about 4x gain from the current price. You know, this would be looking at around maybe just under a $800 million market cap to hit that price. And if we do start to see a bull run, I 100% see Flux hitting a new all-time high. You know, definitely over $3, 100% over $1 billion market cap, because I really do believe that Flux 100% deserves over $1 billion market cap. And so this all depends on whether or not people, you know, it catches the eyes of the investors, and if Flux starts to, you know, become trending, because Flux has already got the technology, it's already got the track record, it's already got the history that people are already using Flux. People knew about Flux in the past, but, you know, it just was a bit unlucky that Flux sort of was towards the end of the bull run, and then it started to sort of dip down in price once again. But I do 100% believe in the next bull run we will see new all-time highs for Flux, and I really do believe that Flux has a super big amount of potential and has a super, you know, a super great future ahead of it as well. So apart from that, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching the video. Let me know down below what you think about Flux. Are you going to invest? Are you already invested? Just let me know. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do hit that like button, and if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe as well. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.